Hello there, it's Nico here, and like I promised, I'd show you guys how I tackle Orin's duel with the Dark Urge on Tactician difficulty, of course. But before I begin, I'll just say that I've spoken to Orin's mother, Speak of the Dead, in her little bedroom. Her mother is pinned on the wall, and that also gives you extra dialogue options, which I'll use right now. Just a little like clause, just so you know, you can do that. You can sneak into the bedroom all the way, like you don't have to like walk right to her. You can just walk all the way around, and you have to just jump down. And yeah, you can just speak for the extra information, and then you can either teleport back up or jump up, depending on how much strength you've got. I had to use the Misty Step, because no strength. Anyway, without further ado, let me just start this entire lengthy cutscene.
Looking ahead. Very well. Look, your savior approaches. See how it crawls towards us? Not a dream, no. No, it is blood and bone. Carrying the tyrant's rock. But Saravok's crimson was not yours to spill. He was mine. You had no right to take him. Did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades can offer salvation.
Like the salvation your mother offered? She attacked you on Saravok's orders, your father's orders?
No. No. No, no! He didn't! He didn't! Filthy, big-mouthed little liar! You think I hurt from such meaningless vapors? Do you forget what I did to you? How you screamed as my knife slit your skull. Your brain juices, sticky and sweet. A little hole, big enough for the worm. Your body a blood sack to feed it. The favorite of Bhaal turned meat puppet, strung up by the sinews and plucked by my hands.
This is the truth you had forgotten. You were the favorite, the chosen. Orin was your subordinate. You led the cultists of Bhaal and orchestrated the absolute plot. It was your genius, your cruelty, your design. At your moment of greatest triumph, when all the pieces were in place, she betrayed you, infected you, and took your place.
Husk, maggot, a Bhaal spawn, sliding in filth with these pigs. You don't deserve the Murder Lord's blessing.
That narration is amazing. But yeah, I also love that this particular cutscene, just this entire event is my favorite in the entire game. Mostly because one, the Dark Urge is the only character, well, whatever voice you choose, right? It will be spoken, and every different voice has the same lines spoken, like read by the voice actors. But I just love the fact it's the only moment in the game where the main character, like Dark Urge or Tav, but yeah, this is not a Tav, but Dark Urge, will speak like for a lengthy period of time, where they're using the voices you can pick on custom characters. Like, it's just so cool that they were recorded for that. And I also like how she transforms into you, but what I don't like is that she's not a perfect copy. Like, where's the shiny eye of my tiefling, right? Or that she basically resets the color of your armor to its default, and she also shows off your helmet. So yeah, I've seen cutscenes of people who had really ugly helmets, and god, it was just such a cursed cutscene. Then it's yeah, it's in that case anyway. This option on my previous Dark Age was worded way differently, and I noticed that Larian has improved certain options in this particular scenario. I just hope that they also improve the fact. I'll talk about that a little bit later. That's rich coming from you. Your grandfather, Saravok, is your father, and he ordered your mother to kill you. You come from a cesspit of liars.
No, 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 no! He didn't! He didn't! Filthy, pig-mouthed little liar! Grandfather loved me. He worshipped me. These petty smearings will not save you.
Poor Orin and her meltdown. He's your father, Orin. He abused your mother. He abused you. Oh. Oh, 16. Unfortunate. Roll again. 25. Nice.
No. Not him. Not him! I did all this for him! Everything! Everything!
No, Orin. You did this for me.
Poor Orin.
Oh, Father, they lie to me! They lie!
Hush, child. No more doubts. No more fears. No more Orin. Become murder.
You should have trained harder,
Shut up,
master.
Scleritas. But it's so tragic and fucked up how he forces her to become a slayer. Ah, poor Orin. Anyway, hold Mons, actually. Not yet. I will drink a speed potion. And now hold monster. Water, so my lightning spells hit harder. She skips turn because she can't move. Oh yeah, should also turn on chat. Destructive Wrath. Yeah. I always forget about the chat. I'm just quite forgetful that way. And orb. Again, destructive Wrath. 22. Okay. A quick save. I like quick saving before I kill something that I know causes a cutscene. Forces you into a cutscene.
Cutting to the chase.
Oh. God, unhinged laughter. Dear God.
Master, you are the chosen one. He is near. He comes for you.
And it's time for the longest and best chain of cutscenes in this game. And this is so excessive, but on brand with a Bhaal.
Of his affection for you, or confirmation that he owns you.
What gift does the Lord of Murder propose?
The Slayer form will be yours, made crueler, stronger, the prime incarnation of murder.
It seems impossible to stand against your father, but you have fought this long against your nature. There might just be a way.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose death, but before I do it, just pay attention to what Astarion does or doesn't do during the cutscene that is gonna play out soon. Because, in my opinion, like, this is already perfect chain of events, right? The cutscene's impeccable in this. But what would, in my opinion, make it better is if your love interest just like screams or something, right? Like, oh no no no, or don't do this, or cries out, you know, for your character dying, essentially. But they just stand there, like, why? Like, they should have some type of reaction, anything, right? Like, if you would see a person you love, right, die in front of your eyes, you wouldn't just stand there and be like, oh, that happened, oh, whatever. You would freaking get, you would be at least trying to, like, help them, right? Or cry out, or do anything, or just get on your knees and just sob. That would be my option. Anyway, I have no desire to harm anyone else.
Arrogance.
Astarion approves.
You refuse
I'd rather die.
You were made to conquer, to devour.
Just watch it.
You reject my blood, and so I will reclaim it. I will make another who is worthy.
For the first time in over a century, silence falls over the Bhaal temple. No chants, no screams, no prayers. In the end, your own death brought you more joy than any you wrought on this land. You are slipping into peaceful oblivion. But your journey is not over.
I mean, technically this should be a game
Thou
over.
hast defied Bhaal, thy liege and father, and in doing so hast earned a place among champions and heroes. But alas, thy courage was in opposition to the divine cosmology that bound thee to the Lord of Murder. Thou art now faithless, godless, and doomed to wander the fugue plane for eternity. I will not permit that, though all the powers of life and death dictate that it should be so. I too still hold some power, and I invest a portion of it in thee, who hath challenged the gods and now liveth to tell of it. Thy fight is not over, and it is thy fight. For one who can look upon Bhaal and oppose him can survive any crisis. So rise, challenger of gods, and prepare for battle once more. Death will not claim thee whilst I endure.
Who are you? Well, we know who he is. Whether it's either Jergal or Jergal's chosen, one of the two.
A scribe, a seneschal, a keeper of records, and now thine advocate, both here and in the city of the dead.
I deserve to die for all the evil I have done.
The sole way to atone for thine actions is to do better in a new dawn. That dawn has come. Bhaal tried to extinguish thee, but his wrath is imprecise. He only succeeded in killing the part of thee he knew. The urge that drove thee to terrible acts, the spark of brutality that made thee his. But there is a new part of you that hath grown during thy travels. That part Bhaal could not extinguish, and so, instead of destroying thee, he hath made thee anew.
He's right. You're no monster. You've saved me more times than I can count.
The heart of a savior hath overshadowed the mind of a murderer. Thou hast vanquished thine urge.
My old memories, my past self, I can never get them back.
If thou couldst recall in full every barbarity thou hast committed, every tragedy thou hast authored, wouldst thou truly want to?
It is a dishonor to my victims not to recall their names.
All their names are written. One day, if thou truly wishest, I will show thee, and we shall remember them together. Today thou art born anew.
A genuine pleasure to meet you again, my friend.
Minsc had his doubts about you, little slayer, but Boo had none.
You get to start over. To be the person you want to be. Not what someone else made you to be.
Oh.
Greet the bloodless dawn, child of none.
Thank you.
Do not thank me. Trust in thy courage and the conviction of thy companions. As it was, so it is again. A hero has risen from a legacy of death.
Aww. Yeah. Like, this is epic, like, for except for what I just, said like a couple of minutes ago, that your love interest doesn't react to your death at all. Yeah. I have no other criticism, like, this is just so perfectly fucking played out. Anyway, before I end the video, let me just talk to each one of them so you guys, see what they all have to say. Also gonna quick save. So later I'll just have manual saves here.
Well done again on besting Bhaal and all that. It was very twee.
Twee, really?
Especially the part with that poor excuse for a skeleton waved his magic wand and made it all better.
Poor excuse for a skeleton. I am myself at last. You don't need to fear anything from me ever again.
Yes, you were so very scary. I knew you had that sweet heart all along. I was alarmed by you sometimes, scandalized even. But somehow, by your side, I still only ever saw you.
Thank you, darling. Can we talk about the two of us again?
All right, let's talk. Who knows when we'll have another chance.
And I am an empty slate, free to do whatever I want with my life. And I want all of my life to be with you all. It's like the most romantic thing you can say to somebody. But too bad that it's not, like, at all mentioned in the epilogues, right? Like, you're gonna see that soon.
I want you by my side as well. Now that you're free, we can craft a new future together.
Unhinged laughter, of course. Now let's talk to Jaheira first.
Congratulations are in order. I fancied myself the sage advisor, sworn to guide you through what it means to be a child of Bhaal. And while I mulled on that solemn responsibility, you went and took care of it on your own. Well done. Truly.
Well done indeed. Though now you will never see a god of death cower before a miniature giant space hamster. Every choice has a cost, I suppose.
The path of a Bhaal spawn is not an easy one. Nor does it ever truly end. But you found your footing where so many before you have fallen. Wherever you lead from now, we will follow.
Thanks, Mom.
I believe you have an appointment with a nether brain.
What?
Lead then.
Wait,
Nature's
what?
servant awaits.
Did she say nether brain? We don't know it's a nether brain at this point. What the f... Lorian, please fix. Because it makes no sense that she suddenly develop some powers of seeing into future or some shit. Let's talk to Minsc. It's quite odd.
Another ball spawn buried by our hand. Bhaal should learn better than to send his offspring against us. They might as well be babes, dropped bare bottom into the Rashiman winter.
He's unhinged as ever. And let's talk to Halsin.
Oh, I am alive. Thanks to our skeletal traveling companion, no doubt. Every breath in this place reeks of corruption. I will return to camp. The air is cleaner there.
And that is it. Well, thank you guys for watching. But yeah, was like I said, the next step is gonna be the Nether Brain, like Jaheira just predicted out of nowhere. But yeah, thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.